All right, let's talk lenses. Whether you're a seasoned photographer or just starting out, choosing the right lens can make a world of difference in your photography. It's not just about the camera body. The lens you use can dramatically change the outcome of your photos. Choosing the right lens is crucial for outdoor photography. The lens you select will determine the clarity, depth, and overall feel of your images. It's like choosing the right brush for a painting. Each lens has its own unique characteristics and strengths. Different lenses offer different perspectives and capabilities. For instance, a wide-angle lens can capture a vast landscape, while a telephoto lens can bring distant subjects up close. Understanding these differences is key to selecting the perfect lens for your needs. For sweeping landscapes, you'll want a wide-angle lens like the Canon EF 16 to 35mm f/2.8L. This lens is perfect for capturing the grandeur of nature, from mountain ranges to expansive lakes. It allows you to fit more into the frame, making your photos feel more immersive. This bad boy lets you capture those epic vistas and dramatic skies. The wide-angle perspective can make the viewer feel like they're standing right there with you, taking in the breathtaking scenery. If you're more into wildlife, a telephoto lens is your best friend. Wildlife photography often requires you to keep a safe distance from your subjects, and a telephoto lens allows you to do just that while still getting those close-up shots. The Canon EF 100 to 400mm f/4.5-5.6L is to USM is a favorite among wildlife photographers. Its versatile zoom range lets you capture everything from birds in flight to animals grazing in the distance. It allows you to zoom in close and capture those incredible animal shots from a safe distance. This lens is particularly useful for photographing birds, as it can be challenging to get close to them without scaring them away. And for portraits that pop against natural backdrops, a prime lens is often the go-to choice for portrait photographers. These lenses are known for their sharpness and ability to create a beautiful background blur, or bokeh. A prime lens like the Canon EF 50mm f/1.2L USM is a game changer. This lens is renowned for its ability to produce stunning portraits with a shallow depth of field, making your subject stand out against a beautifully blurred background. It creates beautiful bokeh and that sought-after blurry background. This effect is perfect for making your subject the focal point of the image, drawing the viewer's attention directly to them. Remember, the right lens depends on your subject and shooting style. There's no one-size-fits-all solution in photography. Each lens has its own strengths and is suited to different types of photography. Experiment and find what works best for you. Don't be afraid to try out different lenses and see how they affect your photos. Over time, you'll develop a sense of which lenses are best suited to your style and the subjects you love to shoot. Happy shooting! Timing is everything in outdoor photography. The golden hour, the hour after sunrise, and the hour before sunset offers that magical, diffused light that makes your photos glow. Shadows are softer, colors are warmer, and the overall mood is simply breathtaking. Now, about tripods, I know they can be a bit of a drag to carry around. But trust me, a tripod is your secret weapon for sharp, professional-looking shots, especially in low light or when using slower shutter speeds. A tripod eliminates camera shake, allowing you to use those creative long exposures for silky smooth water or light trails from cars. Plus, it forces you to slow down, compose your shots carefully, and think about your framing. Let's dive into the heart of your Canon camera, its settings. Understanding these settings will give you the power to capture stunning images in any situation. Understanding aperture, shutter speed, and ISO is key to unlocking your creative control. These three elements form the exposure triangle, and mastering them will elevate your photography skills. Aperture controls your depth of field, which determines how much of your image is in focus. It's like the pupil of your eye, opening wide or narrowing down to let in more or less light. A wide aperture, or a low f number, creates that dreamy bokeh effect, where the background is beautifully blurred, making your subject stand out. On the other hand, a narrow aperture or a high f number keeps everything in the frame sharp and in focus, perfect for landscapes and architectural shots. Shutter speed determines how long your shutter stays open, affecting motion blur. It's crucial for capturing motion, whether you want to freeze it or show it dynamically. Fast shutter speeds freeze action, making them ideal for sports, wildlife, and any fast-moving subjects. Conversely, slow shutter speeds create that artistic blur, perfect for capturing the flow of water in a waterfall or the light trails in a night cityscape. ISO controls your camera's sensitivity to light. It's like the volume control on a radio, amplifying the light signal. Lower ISO settings are ideal for bright conditions, ensuring your photos are crisp and clear without any noise. Higher ISO settings are useful for low light situations, but be cautious as they can introduce grain or noise into your images. And don't forget about white balance. This setting ensures that the colors in your photos are accurate, regardless of the lighting conditions. White balance adjusts the color temperature of your images, making sure whites appear white and not tinted by the color of the light source. Experiment and find the sweet spot for each setting. Practice makes perfect, and the more you play with these settings, the more intuitive they will become. Happy shooting! Canon cameras are packed with incredible features that can take your outdoor photography to the next level. Autofocus is your friend, especially for capturing fast-moving subjects like wildlife. Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF is lightning fast and accurate, ensuring you never miss a shot. Image stabilization is another game-changer, especially when shooting handheld or with telephoto lenses. It counteracts camera shake, keeping your images sharp and blur-free. HDR, or High Dynamic Range Mode, is perfect for scenes with high contrast, like sunsets or landscapes with bright skies and dark shadows. It combines multiple exposures to capture detail in both highlights and shadows. And for those epic panoramas, Canon's Panoramic Mode makes stitching together multiple shots a breeze. Let's get specific. Photography is an art that requires both technical skill and a creative eye. Whether you're capturing the vastness of landscapes, the elusive beauty of wildlife, or the intimate details of a portrait, each genre demands a unique approach and set of techniques. For landscapes, use a wide-angle lens. This type of lens allows you to capture the grandeur and expansiveness of the scene before you. It helps in including more of the environment in your frame, making your photos feel more immersive and dynamic. A narrow aperture like f8 to f16 is essential for maximum sharpness. This setting increases the depth of field, ensuring that both the foreground and background are in sharp focus. It's particularly useful when you want to capture intricate details in both the near and far elements of your scene. And a low ISO for optimal image quality. Lower ISO settings reduce the amount of noise in your photos, resulting in cleaner, crisper images. This is especially important in landscape photography, where you want to capture the natural beauty without any digital interference. A tripod is your best friend here for those tack-sharp shots. It provides stability, allowing you to use slower shutter speeds without introducing camera shake. This is crucial for capturing the fine details and textures in your landscape shots, especially in low-light conditions. For wildlife, a telephoto lens is a must. These lenses allow you to get close to your subject without disturbing them, which is essential for capturing candid moments in the wild. They also help in isolating the subject from the background, making them stand out more prominently. Use a fast shutter speed, 1/500th of a second or faster, to freeze motion. Wildlife is often unpredictable and fast-moving, so a quick shutter speed is necessary to capture those fleeting moments with clarity and precision. And don't be afraid to bump up your ISO if needed. In wildlife photography, lighting conditions can change rapidly, and increasing your ISO can help maintain a fast shutter speed without underexposing your images. Just be mindful of the noise that higher ISO settings can introduce. Continuous autofocus mode will be your best ally for tracking moving animals. This setting allows your camera to continuously adjust focus as your subject moves, ensuring that you get sharp, in-focus shots even when your subject is on the move. And for portraits, a wide aperture like f1.4 to f4 will make your subject pop against that blurred background. This technique, known as bokeh, creates a pleasing separation between your subject and the background, drawing attention to the person you're photographing. Use a longer focal length, 50mm or higher for flattering compression and a shallower depth of field. Longer focal lengths help in minimizing distortion, making facial features appear more natural and proportional. They also enhance the bokeh effect, further isolating your subject. Focus on the eyes. They're the windows to the soul. The eyes are often the most expressive part of a person's face, and capturing them sharply can add a lot of depth and emotion to your portraits. Make sure the eyes are in sharp focus to create a strong connection between the subject and the viewer.